Hi, my name is Caitlin Scott, and I'm going to be informing you about the difference between male and female communication. From being raised in a family with 3 boys and being the only girl, I have learned a lot about female communication and male communication. I'm going to start out by telling you a story. So one day we sat in church and I kept hearing my brothers roughhousing and making loud noises, and I was like, what is going on? So I look over at them and they're fighting over a piece of paper, of course, like stupid stuff. And so I'm like, I just try to ignore it, and I'm trying to pay attention to the speaker and be the angel child that I am. And I block them out, and I hear a huge slap on the back of my brother's head, and the paper tears in half. And this is like the loudest smack in the quiet chapel. So everyone is looking at us, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that my brother just smacked my other brother on the back of the head. And so my mom is like furious, so she grabs my 2 brothers and she heads out of the chapel. And I just sit there all by myself, and I'm like, of course, this had to happen. They come back in, and it's like nothing even happened. Like, they're acting like they're best friends again, like nothing even happened. And I realized that this is the big difference between male and female communication, because when I moved to college, there was like petty drama fights, people held grudges against other people. It just was not the same type of communication. Everyone was super sensitive about their emotions. I feel like I was constantly walking on ice versus guys who can just get over it in minutes if they just fight it out. So that's a big difference I noticed between male and female communication. And obviously there's a lot of different ways that they communicate as well. So male and females both communicate differently, and I believe that each form of communication has its pros and its cons, and there's no perfect set way to communicate between each other. The best way we can communicate the most efficiently is by understanding the way that males and females both tend to communicate, and every single person that communicates differently. This understanding of communication is crucial in all relationships you're going to have, especially marriage, as you have to communicate everything. And so understanding how females tend to communicate and understanding how males tend to communicate can create a bond and a mutual understanding between you and your spouse. And for my conclusion, understanding male and female communication can help change our relationships for the better. Remembering how the opposite sex communicates verbally, non-verbally, and handles themselves in the midst of conflict can help us learn so much about our loved one. Nobody is the same, like I said, and everyone communicates differently. But generally speaking, women tend to lean more towards emotion, and males tend to lean more towards logic. There is a quote that I really love. It's called, "Men mistakenly expect women to think and communicate and react the way men do, but women mistakenly expect men to feel, communicate, and respond the way women do." We have forgotten that men and women are supposed to be different. As a result of our relationships are filled with unnecessary friction and conflict. So I hope that you all have a better understanding of our differences, and that you guys can all resolve conflicts that you may have in your relationship because of lack of communication, and you're able to let this benefit your life. So thank you for listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.